In this tutorial we will create the text to dust, text to sand animation is shown on the screen. First open the After Effects. Let's create a new composition. I'm going to name it Dust Effect. 1920 by 1080, 30 frames per second, click OK. Then grab your type tool and type your text. I'm going to type subscribe and please hit subscribe and go to Align tab and align this text in the middle. Select your text layer and pre-compose. Press Ctrl D to duplicate layer. Select first layer. Go to Effects and Presets tab. Then search for the effect CC Particle System 2 and add this to the first layer. Now let's head over to the Effect Controls tab and expand the properties of Producer, Physics and Particle for CC Particle System. Straight away let's check the source alpha inheritance and set opacity to 25%. We do not want our particles to be too bright. That'll make sure that the particles are emitted only from our text. Now set the birth rate to 50, that'll make sure that we get a lot of particles. And set longevity to 3 seconds, so our particles will be visible for 3 seconds before fading out. As for the position, go to the beginning of your timeline and create a keyframe for position and set the X value to 0. Then go to we'll say 2 and some frames forward and set the X value to 1920. Well, that'll be the size of your composition. Set radius X to 1, this dictates how wide our particle source is, and we do not want it to be too wide. And radius Y sets how high our particle source is, so you want to set it to 12 or even higher depending on how high your text is, to make sure it covers an entire text height. Let's head over to the Physics tab and set animation to direction. Velocity means how quick your particles move, so we want to set this to 0.5, so our particles are not too quick. Also set inherent velocity to 20 or 22. So at the moment our particles are falling down, that's because our gravity is set to a positive value. If we set it to a negative value, particles will actually flow. Let's set gravity to negative 0.3 and you'll see the particles are flowing up. Also, set resistance to 20 so they are not too quick after the initial burst and they can slow down. You can leave the rest of the settings as they are, but let's go ahead and change the color. So select the birth color, I usually select the text color and same for the death color, just that darker tone to get a bit of contrast. Our particles layer is ready at this point, let's give this a preview. Alright, that looks good. Now let's proceed to making the text disappear with our particles. Head over to Effect and Presets tab and search for Linear Wipe Effect. Apply this effect to the bottom layer. Now select first layer on your timeline, press U to reveal the keyframes. Now select the bottom layer. Create a keyframe for transition completion for our linear wipe effect at 0%. Then move to the second keyframe of the position and set transition completion to 100%. Also set the feather to 50. Now let's give this one final preview. As you can see, that's how we create a text to dust, text to sand animation. If you want to apply the effect on another image or logo, just double click on the pre-compose layer, disable the first layer, import your logo. Drag it to the timeline, resize it. And close the panel. Select the first layer. Change the birth and death color. Look, your effect is successfully applied. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video. Do not forget to subscribe.